It was nearly midnight when Alina Varma, one of the youngest millionaires in the city, returned to her corporate tower after a delayed business flight. The building was supposed to be empty, yet a faint glow spilled from the lobby. Curious and slightly irritated, she stepped inside, only to freeze. A man in a janitor uniform kneeled on the marble floor, but he wasn't cleaning. He was humming softly while helping a little girl, no more than 6, practice her reading. His broad shoulders were hunched as he held a torn children's book, and beside them was a lunchbox with half a sandwich. The girl, fragile and wearing worn shoes, repeated each word with gentle effort. Alina narrowed her eyes, instantly assuming the janitor was stealing company time, taking advantage of her building, or worse, using the space for personal activities. She stepped closer, ready to confront him, when the little girl suddenly coughed harshly, gripping her chest. The janitor, apparently her father, immediately pulled her into his arms with a look of panic. And in that instant, Alina's anger faltered. She cleared her throat sharply. "What is happening here?" Her voice echoed across the marble hall. The janitor spun around, startled, almost shielding the little girl behind him. His eyes revealed exhaustion, fear, and a hint of shame. "Ma'am, I'm sorry," he said quickly. "I know no one is supposed to be here after hours. My daughter had nowhere else to go tonight. Her school closed early, and I couldn't leave my shift." Alina crossed her arms. "So you brought her to work? And used my lobby as a classroom?" Her tone was sharp, but the girl's soft, wheezing breaths were impossible to ignore. The father swallowed hard. "She has asthma, severe. I can't afford her medication this month, but I can't leave her alone either. I promise I'll finish the cleaning. I just needed her to rest for a few minutes." His voice broke. For a moment, Alina stood silent. She came here prepared to fire someone. Instead, she found a struggling single father sacrificing everything just to keep his daughter safe. As the girl's coughing worsened, Alina's instincts shifted from authority to urgency. "Bring her to my car. Now." The janitor blinked. "Ma'am." "Don't argue," she snapped, already moving. Minutes later, she was driving them to a private clinic she personally funded. The father held his daughter tightly in the back seat, whispering calming words. Alina listened quietly. He wasn't just a janitor. He was a father fighting battles no one saw. At the clinic, doctors rushed the girl inside. Alina stayed with the father in the hallway as he paced nervously, rubbing his hands together. She finally asked, "Where is her mother?" He let out a shaky breath. "She passed away 2 years ago. Since then, it's just been us. I work nights so I can take care of her during the day. I'm doing my best, ma'am, but sometimes it feels like the world keeps taking more than I can give." His honesty disarmed her more than she expected. When the doctor returned, he gave the father a sigh of relief. The girl was stable, but she needed long-term treatment, medicine, and regular checkups. The father nodded, his shoulders sagging as if carrying a lifetime of weight. As he prepared to thank Alina and rush home, she spoke firmly, "You're not going back to work tonight." He looked confused. "Ma'am, if I lose this job, you're not losing anything," she interrupted. "In fact, starting tomorrow, you're being transferred." His eyes widened in panic. "Ma'am, please, to a better position," she finished. "One with daytime hours, double the pay, and full health insurance for your daughter." The man stood frozen, his mouth open but no words forming. "Why?" he whispered. Alina took a slow breath. "Because you didn't deserve to be punished for being a father. And because no child should suffer simply because her parent is trying to survive." Tears filled his eyes as he finally managed to speak. I don't know how to thank you." But Alina shook her head. "Just promise you'll give her the life she deserves." He nodded repeatedly, gripping her hand like it was the first lifeline he'd been offered in years. When the girl woke up, she smiled weakly at Alina. "Are you my daddy's boss?" Alina knelt beside her. "Yes. And starting today, both of you are going to be okay." The girl giggled and hugged her. The father wiped his eyes, overwhelmed. As Alina walked them out of the clinic, seeing their relief warmed something inside her, a reminder that success meant nothing if humanity was missing. Back at the building the next morning, employees were stunned when they heard the story. Some whispered, some smiled, but everyone felt the impact. Alina addressed her staff, we don't step over people who are struggling. We lift them. And from that day onward, the single dad worked proudly in his new role, his daughter blossoming with proper care and support. And Alina. She realized that sometimes the greatest investments weren't in stocks or buildings, they were in people. And this time, she had invested in hope. If you love heart-touching stories like this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more inspiring stories every week.